707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101, or visit fountaingrovinn.com. It's the PM Show, weekend edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the bagless Fred Dreyer. What happened to your regular bag? You got like this designer bag you carry around. You got like this old lady bag that you're carrying here. What's the deal going on?
Yeah, it's a paper sack. That's what it is.
So you're using a paper sack? What happened to that designer bag?
Well, my Louis Vuitton is getting refurbished. I'll pick it up tomorrow.
But can't we get you something better than just this recyclable bag for groceries?
No.
Okay, so you like this one?
That's it. I like it, and I'm going with it.
You know, if you had one of those and it's designed for Halloween, you could go out trick-or-treating with it if you want to.
Well, those are the types of bags that my mom used to load us up with for trick-or-treating. Believe me, I came back and it was full.
Where did you get that bag? I've never seen a bag quite that big with regular sturdy handles on it.
Ralph's.
They don't make sacks like
Ralph's.
that. Ralph's gives those out now?
Absolutely.
Do you have to pay for those?
Paper or plastic, and I say, give me that paper one, buddy.
Wow, it is a real nice one, I got to tell you.
Yeah, it's a good one. But we digress.
Yes, we do. I'm sorry.
Listen, folks, I'm sure you're all well aware of what Mitt Romney has been attacked with now. What we have here is a great example of exactly what the problem is, not only between the two parties, but in the way that the GOP handles itself. Now, we're going to play for you throughout the hour. We're going to play some sound bites. We're going to first play a sound bite, about a minute, from a fundraising event in Florida. It was a speech to potential investors, to potential supporters, fundraisers. This is what they call, I guess, a fundraiser.
One of those fundraiser dinner meetings or whatever that the political candidates have.
And in that, a man asked, what are you going to do about the 47% who aren't paying taxes, and how do you think about them? And that's almost half of the country. And why should I give you this money if we're going to lose half the country going in? So what is your plans to get them back? Explain what you mean by all this, and blah 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 blah. So the what has been beautifully articulated by the mainstream media, the propaganda, a great grinding wheel, has been that Mitt Romney hates 47% of the American people. And of course, this is, like we've been talking about, the propaganda machinery that is now starting to unfold. It's really, really going, it's really cranking up. It's going all, before the even October 3rd first debate, we're now looking at this machinery's coming at us and all going into fourth gear now. We have 6 forward gears in this situation. So they're going into fourth gear now, and by the time they hit the next 4 weeks, they're going to bombard you, the American people, with lies and misnomers, half-truths, no truths, trumped-up charges. They're going to sick Pelosi and Harry Reid and Joe Biden, and they're going to sick all of these terrible, venomous people on you to lie about the clear-cut truth of the matter, and that is that they're the problem, not Mitt Romney. And the other side of that is, as I've said to you before, in a couple of these newsletters that I've been reading from to you, is that the GOP, the key to this thing for me is, and just my opinion, the key to this success is how the GOP gets out of the way of itself and stops trying to engineer a specific response, and how they handle the press. Shut up, get out of the way, and let Mitt Romney rise out of all of this GOP-ish type of nonsense to be able to find his own voice in this and begin to articulate and attack with intelligence and truth. The GOP is our problem right now. The GOP is the group of people that keep Mitt Romney harnessed. Now, what you're going to hear in these sound bites, you're going to hear Mitt explaining very nicely the truth about all these things, and you're going to hear about what he says and all of this, but listen to the tone of his voice. In his voice, there is an apology. In his voice, He has a sing-song, please listen to me, I didn't mean anything, I want to apologize, while he's explaining to you. His tone of voice is way different than Ronald Reagan's was. Ronald Reagan's never asked anybody permission. He walked into the room as if he was the president already. He addressed the nation with truth and matter-of-fact certainty, and there was no doubt about it. That's why he was a leader. Romney, I'm just bracing myself that he's not going to lose this because that he himself, the individual, is unable to articulate and lead. And articulation and leading stems from you absolutely not only knowing what to do, but believing that you are the one necessary at this point in time, and I believe he believes that. But the one thing that he's also encumbered with is a GOP that allowed him to run for president, signed off on him very early. He was the guy going in all the way, as we all know. No one else had a chance, really. It was Romney all the way for his business acumen and his ability to raise money from the business community. But he's shackled by these handlers in the GOP who continue to tell him, don't say that, don't whatever you do, don't say that. We don't want to get into that area now. Just explain to the people, don't hurt them. We've got people out there who have not made up their minds yet, so whatever you do, don't insult them. Whatever you do, don't call them lazy. Whatever you do, don't put them in the pile of 47% who aren't paying the taxes. Whatever you do, just be careful. And we want to get money, so we've got to answer the questions. So when we go to these fundraisers, just make sure now that you answer these things boldly and you come right out with them. After all, they're in-house Republican fundraisers. They're not national events where the press is covering you. But for some reason or another, this fundraising thing was filmed, and it's been released, and it's been a godsend for people like me. And I think for people like you who can think for yourself, because it forces Mitt now to come out and now begin to clarify and articulate. He must clarify. He must articulate, or he's doomed. Now, at the same time, we'll also talk today about what is going on under the covers, as it were, in America, where the Tea Party, those beautiful little creatures of the night, have been working diligently for the last year in all of these swing states to secure communication and momentum. That's what we need: communication and momentum of the message. I believe people who have anything in life, who have anything in life whatsoever that they cherish, know that it is necessary to get rid of Barry and Buffalo Mom and clear the Senate out of Harry Reid. And when we come back, we're definitely going to get into all this. So whatever you do, don't go away, folks.
It's the PM show. It is the weekend edition with the one and only Fred Dreyer. You can email Fred at incoming@crni.net. That's incoming@crni.